anyways, now that we're live again, this is one of your owners, OP Chip, and the other owner here, no one, literally no one. Um, but yes, this is playoff recap round one. Some games were exciting, some games were not. A few forfeits here and there, but I do believe that there's going to be a lot of good games coming up in round two.
Ooh, all right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. After the huge technical difficulty issues, I was
Oh,
muted on like three
massive.
different ways. I don't
Then
know
I
how it
was
auto
muted.
muted the broadcast. I don't know how that happened. One of you guys fucked with it. Anyways, all right. So for round one of the playoffs, of course, we all called it, but Deity did not show up.
Four in a row.
Four in a row. Deity did not show up. Oh, also, Prime got the free win on I don't know who, but they didn't show up either. Who was Prime? Where's Flexi at when you need him?
That's what I'm
Ah,
saying. Prime was playing.
let me go
Hang
to the
on.
let me go to the standings.
Go to the
Random,
thing. Yeah.
random. That's right. Cause
Random.
they
That's
had
right.
some they
Because the
had some
guy,
scheduling issues.
yeah, the guy decided to go bowling, right? He decided to go bowling, and that his other team was going to, the rest of the team was going to be there. Man did
Hey,
not
hey,
have other team being there.
hey. He's living his life. Can't hate him.
Hey, hey,
But
hey, I'm no hate, no hate,
the
no hate.
team did agree to play though, and they just didn't show up
It's,
in the end. I don't even know if they replied, to be honest.
I think only like three people applied, replied. Well,
Yeah, but as we see, Deity and Random both forfeit, which gave Prime and Flaxy the opportunity to once again make it further. I know, guys, I know. Is anybody going to stop the Prime error? Question of the day.
yep.
And then Oasis, Black Hole represent, made it through by a not surprising Deity. They didn't even respond.
No,
And
they
they got,
didn't respond at all.
and they got dropped
They
from their org
they
because of
did
it.
do map bans.
Well, Frags did map bans and he don't really do scheduling. But the two games we did get played, one went to all three maps.
Oh, what a game that was! All
Ooh.
of them.
AOT, the Puerto Rican Dreamers. I still don't know what AOT stands for. They told me at one point, but whatever. And F2 Revoked. They went to all three. I'm not gonna lie, I had F2 winning it, but AOT pulled it through 2-1. I, it was a little surprising. Um, every game was 7-5, 7-5, 5-7. So every game had the same scoreboard as far as rounds won and lost.
I was also very surprised how that F2 would have won that. I'm glad AOT won it. Of course, I'm glad AOT won it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was a hell of a game. All three games. I was expecting more of that happening this go around, but with the two forfeits, yeah, it's just. I'm glad one game, one. I'm sorry. I'm glad one playoff game reached all three
Oh,
maps.
and the MVP for that AOT game has to be Bloxy. I think he put up 12 plus all three games. I know he put up 18 and 14 the two games AOT won. The game they lost, I can't remember. I lost the scoreboard. They were late to send it. I can't remember what he put up, but I know he put up an 18 and a 14 bomb. I mean, kudos to Bloxy holding it down the
Oof.
real way.
Talk
Then,
about talk about somebody getting kills. Man, how about Glock? Glock. What? No, Gonk
whoa,
for
whoa, slow down.
NLG.
Alright,
Oh,
alright. That leads
sorry.
us to the second game of week one that
I
went in
know, I
forfeit.
know, I know.
Hopefully, week two, I'm not seeing any forfeits. Very active teams. Got all the map bans done in a day. So, hopefully, no
EOT's gonna
forfeits.
go down.
But the second game of week one, we have KO, Pizza with Pineapple. And we have KO, No Limit Gang. Now, I'll just go
Mm.
ahead and say, very unfortunate game. We
Damn.
had PWP winning, and we were right. Now, I would like to give a huge shout out to Gonk though. NLG Gonk dropped
That
a
man,
massive
23 and 7.
23 and 7 just to have his
And he ain't
PS5
even
overheat on the 7-7
literally.
last round.
No, oh yeah, 7-7 last round. I was gonna say he didn't even finish out the game. He could have ended up with 28 at the end of the day.
I think they would have won map
Absolute
1
monster.
if his shit didn't overheat.
I think they win the whole thing if his shit didn't overheat.
I don't know about the whole thing.
I'm telling you, man, if he would have came in, they would have picked up logic on that second game. That's it. I mean, that was a wrap from there.
Yeah, PWP did dominate Clubhouse though.
Yeah, they did.
I ain't going.
Well.
They
Well,
trolled a couple rounds.
trolling or not, they let them come back.
Now the comeback was, yeah, that was a little random.
That was kind of random. Now, don't get me wrong, watching Donut had a bad first game, all right? But that second game, he was toying them with Montang. I thought it was pretty. I mean, it was great plays by him, people playing behind him. But at the end of the day, whenever it hit after NOG got their fifth round, he went to Ash and then got a three-piece. So he was definitely trolling on that one.
Hey, but Donut brought it back in the end.
Yeah, he did. That man at one time was 0 and 5 to start off the game at Border. And then he turned it around and I believe went 8 and 5 or 8 and 6 or something like that in that game. And then yeah, he just completely swapped around that second game.
But yeah, that was a close 8-7. I think NLG wins it if Gonk's PS5. He was gone for the rest of the series. Never came back. NLG looked like dog dookie. Map 2. They did stage a little comeback. It was 6-2 and they ended it 7-5. So we did have a little bit of comeback.
Now I do have a question. Do you think NLG can come back next season with
They've
how
been
they ended?
they've been working on the roster. They look good tonight in their other league game, but I mean it was against kind of a ant team. I I think I think when they feel stuck, they default to swinging, and it gets them picked against these veteran teams who are better gun plays. But they got a couple new rosters or signs, so we'll see how they play out next season. Now next season though, we do got higher comp
Ooh.
teams. We got like 3 or 4 higher comp teams. So these little free teams.
So
Hey, my boy Unk in the chat.
So what I'm hearing is Blood Ravens won 0 and 12 next season.
Oh, Blood Ravens is done for.
The
We
true underdogs.
Hey, we got Storm though. Storm's like in the cat. Well, I don't know. They brought in some better players. I don't know what they look like now.
Mm.
But so on top of that, we got the bracket for week 2. Go ahead and do our predictions right now. Go ahead and get them out of the way while I eat these cashews.
All right.
So do we want to go by date and order or the top of bracket down?
We'll just do top of bracket down.
All right, so we got 5.2 versus AOT.
All
Woo!
right. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be a 5.2 game.
I
I think
think
if AOT strats right, it'll be a close game. But I just think 5.2 is better at the end of the day.
now AOT allegedly has picked up some new rosters, 2 I think. So we'll see. I don't know if they've made their debut yet, to be honest. So we'll see on that. Yeah, this is a little rivalry. I know Effie has beaten Stretch before. They got a little thing going,
True.
but I don't know if that was with AOT or with, I think he's on the way, WBZ way. I don't know that part, but 5.2 has lost twice in another league to teams they really shouldn't have lost to. So we don't really know what's going to happen here. They are known to
Could get
choke the playoffs.
overconfident.
All right. So I'm gonna hate on AOT again just because they seem to do something for him. I'm gonna give it a 5.2.
Yep, both of us 5.2.
All right. Prime Era versus Taliban. Taliban. I ain't even going.
Look, I think Prime. I think I like what they're doing.
What's up, Camilla?
I had them winning the first game. They would have more momentum moving into this game rather than a forfeit win. So just
Mm-hmm.
because the momentum's been the same since the end of the season, I got Tally winning.
I don't even think with momentum.
They're a very hot team right now.
Nah,
It's going to be tough to beat them.
let's go. In Prime, I don't know who their go-to guy is right now. I think they had a
Yeah.
roster, like a last-minute roster change. So I don't know if I've seen this new roster play. 'Cause I believe he changed it right before the playoffs.
Yep. He added about three people, I think, three or four other people.
All right, so then on the third game, we got KOYN versus KO Pizza with League. They faced each other in the finals. And some might say PWP got away with a little sneak. They might have snubbed one from YN on a technicality. I'm not spreading rumors. I'm just by what I read. So we got some deep-seated vengeance here.
And PWP is still winning.
Now this one is gonna be close because in the finals I think it went to all maps. Without the
Hmm.
technicality, I think YN would have won. I'd have to go back and double check that, but I'm pretty sure YN would have because something happened where PWP got a free map. I don't know what,
Uh,
and I don't know if it went to 3-2 or 3-1. That I'm not sure, but I know
I see, I see.
the games are seemingly close. So we got a little rivalry there. But PWP's coming off a game. YN's in quite a
Hmm.
few leagues, so I don't know if they shouldn't be rusty. But I might give it to YN. I think they're gonna have that little vengeance under them and wanna shove it to them.
I would like to see YN win this. I would. I like Y like I like YN. I like their team. I don't know much about PWP still. I just think PWP just got a good win. Two maps. One was a hard fought. The other one was dominant. I just think they won't keep this dominant going until round three.
Okay. Game 4. We got Oasis versus Ovo. I'm
Talk about a hell of a game.
sorry, Unc, but if Ovo has their starting five, y'all might be getting swept like dirty laundry. I mean, I'm gonna be real. If, if they got their starting five, they're no team to play with. But the team that they face F2 with, if they have to play them due to availability, I think y'all could win. 'Cause I believe that's
Ovo
available.
is Ovo is the only team to beat 5.2. So I mean they're a good team. They're a solid team. But like I said last time, Oasis is going to take this one.
Okay, okay.
They have not changed my mind yet. I think Oasis. I think this is their time. I think they're going to show people now it's their time. I think a lot of teams have looked down on them. I don't think anyone's going to look down on them anymore after this one.
Okay, okay. Oasis time to shine. All
Yep.
right. Mm, I don't know how to go on that one. Like, just pure roster wise, Ovo should clear it
Oh,
if they
definitely.
have their starting five. So at the end of the day, it looks like we're gonna have pretty much a similar. We might be heading in the right direction as we predicted in week 1. 5.2 versus 5.2 versus Taliban, which I still think AOT could get 5.2 a run. Seeing how they looked against F2, I think they could do it.
It'll be a good game.
But we still got.
I think if it goes map 3, 5.2 will take it.
hmm So we got 5.2 in tally. We got you got PWP. I got YN,
I
and then
do. Yeah.
we both got Oasis just because I'll stick with Oasis just because I don't know who Ovo is going to be playing.
Yep.
And I think that's going to play a factor into who's going to win. And with Oasis, I can probably already predict who's going to play. And if Unk plays his nuclear games, Unk might go away with it. The Canadian Nightmare. So it looks like besides one team, it looks like one team might throw off the bracket, and that's going to be YN and PWP.
Yep.
I still got
One
Taliban
of
taking
us.
5.2 if they make it. Actually,
That.
Taliban and AOT play this week, I think, in another league. So if AOT
Mhm.
does win, we might get a preview of Taliban versus
What
AOT.
what could come?
hmm And then we'll have Oasis versus PWP or Oasis versus YN. Personally, I think Oasis takes PWP. I think YN's going to come to all three maps.
No, YN's a good team. I do think they're a good team. I just think PWP's got the momentum for them right now. And YN coming off of a bye week, we all know what bye weeks do to people.
hmm They've been playing a lot of rank, though.
So that's true. Rank isn't comp.
So then,
Look at NLG.
so I got Taliban in the finals, and this is a tough one for that bottom bracket.
I know.
I got
That
Taliban.
top that top bracket is kind of loaded.
Yeah, I got Taliban and Oasis.
Okay, I got 5.2 in Oasis.
I agree with Unk though. Oasis is only gonna win if they're on their shit. If they play like y'all played
Yep.
those crappy team you played the other week. Oh, Insomniacs, maybe not crappy. They did beat YN in the finals. But if y'all play like y'all played them, y'all ain't going past Ovo at all. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's going well, random person. But I'll give it to Taliban and Oasis. We'll see next week if that changes up a little. Go ahead and shout out some Ploxy, definitely MVP. I'll give Ploxy the MVP. Only because Gonk wasn't there both games, I'll give Ploxy the MVP because I'm pretty sure he dropped 10 plus all three maps. Now, if Gonk played
Oh,
map 2, we're looking at a possible 50 bomb for two maps.
yeah. I
Possibly going all
honestly,
three.
I would still. I know that he only played one map, and Ploxy did play good, but Gok was NOG. He brought them back. He brought them to overtime. I'm still going to give it to Gonk. I mean, I think Gonk for me was the. I mean, he was the game changer for NOG.
He
Yes, there
was
was
because
only one game, but he was the team. He was 1v5ing
here's
people.
NLG's stat line that game. Gonk was 23 and 7. Tay was 9 and 10. Blackout 5 and 12. Izanagi 7 and 12, and Leon 6 and 13. So
So now that we're
he almost
talking,
tripled the next guys.
hmm yep. But now that we're talking about this, the Tay guy, NLG was in it anyways to lose after we looked at that. It
I
was
am.
Tay.
Mhm. But hey, you
Just
never know. Well,
get get away with a slick one, I guess. I
mhm.
didn't catch it.
I called it later on. And I was like, you know what?
Hmm
I'm gonna let it play out. Shit gets called. Hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
But no, we'll see what we'll see. This week will might really shake things up. So we'll be back for the week 2 recap and catch y'all up on is
Oh,
Oasis gonna have the underdog story of a lifetime?
I hope so, man. That'll be a hell of a story.
We'll see y'all next time, you
Yep, y'all
dedicated
have a good
little
night.
viewers.
Also, please subscribe and please follow. We do want to help. We do want to grow this league and get more support so we can keep giving our players more money and more prizes. And we want to see this thing grow big so we can support everyone else. All right, that's it. Have
That'll
a
be a
good night.
shout out. All right, see y'all. Wait, where's my control? See y'all next time for the week 2 playoff recap. We'll also be starting season 3, and we'll have a whole intro where we'll do the entire season prediction. Probably gonna be a long video, but we're gonna do it.
Yay.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
Oh.